Until you're awake.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. The topic of my speech will be why is family important. My opening statement is, do you need family? In my opinion, and from the research I've done, I've learned that everybody needs family. Everybody needs family no matter who you are, and it doesn't matter who makes up that family unit. Be it a mother, father, sister, or brother, or be it aunties and uncles, or just random people that you've grown up with. Everybody needs a family. Nobody's meant to be alone. I can take one example with kids. When kids are raised in a family environment, they grow up to produce more whole family units. They have also been known to do better in school. They're less aggressive, less violent, more caring people, versus children who are not raised in a whole family unit. Those children, usually foster kids or orphans or kids who have just been kind of left to themselves, grow up to be more aggressive, angry children. They don't go on to produce families. They go on to either be single parents or drug addicts or things of that nature. And even children who are left to boarding schools or other housing units without their parents, they still grow up by themselves. Even though they have a family unit, they really don't have them with them, somebody to nurture them and raise them in the way that they should go. Those kids don't benefit from a family unit. And I've also learned that even animals need a family unit in order to survive, and children as well. There have been many cases where children were left in the wild and were raised by animals because those animals knew that that child needed a family. And those children turned out to be animals, and when they were brought back into society to be reconnected, they couldn't because their animal instincts is what was put inside of them. And I've also learned that even if you don't have a mother, father, sister, brother, if they're missing from divorce or if they're missing because of death or illness, there's always somebody to take that place to fill in where you need it. I've learned in my own experience by not having a mother in my life. There was my grandmother who came and took over to be that mother figure for me, and I am where I am today because of her. And I take the example of the ants. There's always going to be a queen bee, a queen ant, no matter what. There's millions of workers, but there's always one queen. Whenever something happens to the queen, say the queen dies, there's always another queen to take her place, because that gathering of ants, they need that queen in order to survive. That's who gives them life. And I would say the same thing happens within a family unit. There's always going to be that one person that you need. If you lose a relative, if you lose a mom, if you lose a dad, there's a void that's always going to need to be filled, and somebody's going to come in and take that spot. And for me, because that void was filled, I was able to get back on the right track with a lot of things. I don't think I would have finished high school, like got my GED. I wouldn't have been in LTech. I wouldn't be in this public speaking class right now had it not been for those vacancies being filled in my life. So the conclusion of the matter is, everybody needs family. Nobody's meant to be by themselves. It's not humanly possible to survive as a single unit. And for the kids, in order for them to grow up and be the caring, loving people that they need to be, they have to have that family unit. We ask ourselves a lot of times, what's wrong with the kids today? What's wrong with society? But my question is, what's wrong with the parents? What happened to the family? Where is that subunit? And what are we going to do to change it? And that is the conclusion of my speech.